Nick speaking, and welcome to this video. Right, today I'm going to have a little chat about an upcoming game that I've got with Commissar Warwick. Really looking forward to the game. We've agreed a 2,000 point limit, and it's going to be part of Commissar Warwick's Challenge the Commissar series of battle reports. And I'm quite lucky that we live fairly close, so about an hour and a half drive away, so it's going to be pretty awesome. He's coming to my house, and I can't wait. Now, he obviously does have his own YouTube channel. I should put a link in the description below to that. You should definitely go and check it out if you're not subbed already. It's a great channel. He's got some sort of versatile type videos on there, you know, general chit chats, tactical videos, battle reports. So just an all-round great channel. He has 3 armies, which is Blood Angels, he has Imperial Guard, and he has Tyranids. So yeah, we set our points level at 2,000 points, and to be fair, apart from that, we didn't really set anything else. We just said we'll have a 2k game, make it, you know, a nice relaxed day. We'll do our battle reports and chill out, have a chat and stuff. So that was pretty much it. So I have no idea which army he's playing. He doesn't know which armies I'm playing. So I had to obviously come up with an army list, and that's what I want to talk about here, because I've got my army list now ready to go. I have to say it was tough actually picking an army list. It was a choice between 2. But first of all I had to work out which army to pick. So well, at the moment I don't have the Eldar Codex, and although I've got enough Space Wolves to play a game, obviously I'd like to play painted armies. So those 2 were out, so it's basically a choice of Necrons or Tyranids. And now, knowing that Commissar Warwick had a Tyranid army, I thought I'd probably just stay away from that. So it was down to Necrons, and I've recently made 2 brand new army lists for the Necrons. One is with my Flayed One themed army, and one is with my Super Phalanx themed army. So these were the 2 lists which I was toying between. The Flayed One army, very much a fluffy themed army with 60 Flayed Ones, and the reason why I've been retweaking my list is because since I played Ace Face previously, where I got the 2nd unit of Wraiths, and now I've got 6 Wraiths, I've been using 2 Kinetic Harvest formations, and those formations, yes, they are fantastic, you know, really good, but they fit into both the Super Phalanx list and they fit into the Flayed One list so well that I thought I would jiggle both lists the best that I can to get them in. So with my Flayed One list, I've got the 60 Flayed Ones and 2 Harvest formations. You know, the idea is everything there's a salty, you know, your Scarabs, the Wraiths, the Flayed Ones. At the back, just the minimum amount of stuff to fill out the Decorium to give me that 4+ RP roll. Fits in really well. So I had that list ready to go. Great fun army to play. Lacking slightly because it's obviously assault based, so there's not much shooting there, and there certainly isn't any anti-air. And that sort of brings me on to the Super Phalanx list, because the Super Phalanx list does have a bit of anti-air. And the Super Phalanx list is based around an Overlord with a big squad of warriors, backed up by a couple of Ghost Arcs, backed up by the Kinetic Harvests, and then again in the Reclamation Legion to give me the Decorium. So once again, quite a resilient army. Now, in the end, I chose to go for the Super Phalanx army. It was a tough call, and it was a last-minute decision which I've just made. But the reason why I've gone for that is because in there I have some Immortals in a Night Scythe, so I've got a little bit of anti-air. So I've got some shooting, I've got some assault, I've got the anti-air. It's a bit more of an all-round list. I think both lists are very solid, but I think the Super Phalanx is like the main one as such. So I have decided to play the Super Phalanx, and I suppose arguably the main reason for that is I know that Warwick's got, in his Imperial Guard army, he's got 2 Vendettas, In his Tyranid army, he's got 2 Flyrants with wings, and in his Blood Angels army, I know he's got a Storm Raven. So it's pretty much going to have some sort of flyer in his army. I would have thought at least 1, if not 2. So I just felt I needed a little bit of anti-air. Now, yes, just 1 flyer for me isn't going to, you know, change too much, but at least it's there. And I've got a bit more of a shooting side of things to the Super Phalanx as well. So I just felt it was a bit more all-rounder. So obviously you've got the battle report coming. Now I suppose this is just a pre-thought really to that, maybe something to get you a bit excited and to look forward to the game, because I know I'm looking forward to it. The report will probably be up in about a week's time, I'd imagine. So let's just run through my new Super Phalanx list for you Necron players that may be interested. So I start off with an Overlord as my HQ, and he's got a Warsigh, he's got Nightmare Shroud to give him that 2+ save, and he's got the Phase Shifter to give him the 4+ invulnerable save. Now he joins a unit of 17 warriors, and that unit is backed up by 2 Ghost Arcs with 10 warriors in each. And that's my little Super Phalanx blob as such. Now I'll be trying to get that in cover at the beginning of the game. So ultimately the big group of warriors will have the 4+ normal save or a 5+ cover save, and then it will have its 4+ RP roll, and because of the Reclamation Legion I'll be able to re-roll the 1s on the failed RP roll. Pretty good right there to start with. On top of that I'll have the 2 Ghost Arcs, which will obviously be armour 13 with the quantum shielding until they take their first penetrating hit. I'll be able to jink those. They've got 4 hull points. They've got a chance to repair a hull point and roll with a 6, and with the Reclamation Legion straight to Corium, they ignore the results for crew stun and shaken. They do still take the hull point, but they at least ignore the results. Now on top of that, in the Necron turn, they're able to generate D3 warriors per Ghost Arc back onto the Super Phalanx blob. So I'm starting with 17, I can't go beyond that, but potentially I'm going to be able to generate between 2 and 6 warriors every turn onto that unit. So hopefully I can maintain the numbers. So as long as I don't have my warrior group totally destroyed in 1 turn, I'm going to be able to regenerate. So that right there is just a very, very solid, durable blob. Now either side of that I would have the Harvest, Kinetic Harvest formation. So that's 6 Wraiths with whip coils, a Tomb Spider and 4 Scarabs in this list because of the points I had available. The idea is that obviously the Spider is going to give RP to the formation, so once again it will maintain the durability. So the Wraiths are going to have a 3+ invulnerable save, a 4+ RP roll, toughness 5, 2 wounds, pretty durable, going to be difficult to kill those. The Spiders there obviously may need to give the RP. Nice little backup unit potentially, along with the Scarabs. The Scarabs and Spiders can work together, and they can stand back and potentially just take objectives, at the back as well. So the Spiders and Scarabs tend to be used depending on the mission, but the Wraiths effectively support the Super Phalanx blob either side, either to protect if I get assaulted or to go out if I need to do that. But on the whole, pretty solid blob. Obviously within the Reclamation Legion you do need the Immortals. I'm going to have 7 Immortals in the Night Scythe. I've gone for Gaul's Blasters on the Immortals, my personal favourite, especially with the new Gaul's weapons back to how they used to be. So at least now you can auto wound anything on 6s, so monstrous creatures and stuff, as well as vehicles, so that's great. And of course it's a toughness 3 unit as well, so when they get out, even if they're unsupported, they've got a chance of staying around a reasonable amount of time, and it gives me a little bit of anti-air as well. Also gives me a bit of mobility with a unit, which is quite nice. Of course, I've got the Tomb Blades, and in this particular list I've gone for a bigger squad, 5 Tomb Blades with all the upgrades. And they can either be a good distraction unit, something to go down the flanks and keep them from line breaker. They've got a bit of fast movement there, and you know the gun's pretty decent and it's twin linked. I've gone for the blasters on there rather than the little blast weapons, although the blast weapons are awesome. If you're going to jink, you know you can't shoot them, and the Ghoul's weapons are just generally just pretty good. You know, again they can pretty much shoot anything that they want to, so they're good all-round gun. So that's the list. To get the second unit of the Harvest in, I've had to sacrifice the Monolith and also some Death Marks and a few Warriors here and there on the Reclamation Legion. But all in all, I'm very happy with the list that I've got. I think it's a very solid list. I think it's a very durable list. I think it's going to be a tough nut to crack, I think, to be fair. Obviously the biggest downside is that it doesn't have the objective secured special rule, so that's something to bear in mind. But you know, compensating that, they're going to be around for a long time. They're going to be hard to kill. So that is my list. I have no idea what Warwick is going to be playing, but I am really looking forward to it. We're going to play on my table with the Necron terrain, which hopefully with my army and the terrain, the board's going to look awesome. It's going to be a great day, and as I said, I'll be doing a battle report, so watch out for that. Okay, so that's my little teaser. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you will look out for the battle report and see what happens, see what the result is. Thanks for watching.